the endless support for Israel very expensive when people are literally buying groceries on credit in the United States? Can you spiel like nothing against Ukraine or Israel? All right, let's stop. You said the support for Israel very expensive. How much support do we give to Israel? Well, you tell me you vote for it. Yeah, it's about $3 billion a year as the military assistance. Was that the only assistance? Yeah, we just had military assistance. Israel does not have additional assistance. There's an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, and it's $3 billion a year. So what is it costing the support of the bombing campaign to protect Israel right now? From Iran. So I don't know right now, but I'll tell you this. Let's go back to the touchstone on foreign policy. American interest. Our support, our military support for Israel is massively in America's national security. Well, what does that involve? Benefits us enormously. Well, before we can make independent judgments about whether or not that's true, and I'm certainly open to it, I think we need to know what it costs. So what's the annual cost of defending Israel? Do you know? $3 billion a year. That would be aid. But I mean, the cost of the weapons, for example, the cost of U.S. personnel there, the cost of moving ships to the region, which we're doing right now, the cost of moving tankers, all of that, do we know what the cost of that? So look, the last week, I don't know, and there's some lag when the administration, under the Constitution, the commander-in-chief has control of the armed forces, and so President Trump has made some decisions that we'll know the cost over time, but I don't know the last week. I don't have visibility on that. The annual cost is $3 billion. It's a 10-year memorandum of understanding, and that's the principal driver of the cost. But let me make a point. We get massive benefits from Israel. Israel shares. The Mossad is one of the best intelligence sources on the planet. The enemies of Israel, the people who hate Israel, they all hate us. It's almost a perfect overlap. And so if we tried to recreate, if we're just trying to defend America, we tried to recreate the national security benefits of our alliance with Israel, it would cost, I don't know, $30 billion, $300 billion. So can you elaborate? And again, I'm going into this as someone who's always liked Israel and still does. But I also think at this point, given where we are, it's fair to ask rational questions about what the benefits are. Good. So does Mossad share all of its intelligence with us? Oh, probably not, but they share a lot. We don't share all of our intelligence with them, but we share a lot. It's a close a lot. So they spy domestically in the United States. Oh, they probably do, and we do as well. And friends and allies spy on each other. And I assume, why assume all of our allies spy on us? That is okay with you? You know what? One of the things about being a conservative is that you're not naive and utopian. You don't think humans are all. Part of the reason socialism doesn't work is the mantra from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs doesn't work. As a conservative, I assume people act in their rational self-interest. It's not prerogative to pay people to spy on you. It's conservative to recognize that human beings act to their own self-interest, and every one of our friends spies on us, and I'm not, do you like it? That's my question. I'm not asking whether they have motive to do it. Of course they do. I understand that. And by the way, I'm not mad at that. You're an American lawmaker, so I want to know, hold on. I want to know your attitude. You said that your guiding principle, in fact, the only principle, the only criteria, I said guiding, they're overwhelming, I wouldn't say only. Is it in America's interest? Is it in America's interest for Israel to spy on us, including on the president? It is in America's interest to be closely allied with Israel because we get huge benefits for it. And you want to say the clues, but I just want to step on the swing for a second. That it takes place, as you know, including on the President of the United States and to several presidents. And I just want to know if that's okay and why is it okay? Wouldn't an American lawmaker say to a client state, you're not allowed to spy on us. I'm sorry, I know why you want to. I'm not mad at you, but you're not allowed to. Sure, and I don't care for it. I don't want to be spied on by you. Is that... It's kind of weird not to say that, but you don't seem able to say that. Sure, I would say don't spy on us. They're going to anyway. And by the way, the Brits are, the Canadians are, like, I don't think, well, I'm not for that at all. I think it's disgusting, but we don't necessarily pay their, we're not their most meaningful sponsor. We're not sort of paying for the operations. So I gotta say, and this is, it's weird. We're talking about isolationist, the obsession with Israel. Why is Israel? Well, I don't think I'm obsessed with this, okay, but I think a lot of people are. And like the question, Israel spies on us. Well, so does every other country. Why are you mad at Israel? I guess, no, I'm hardly the one who's, I've never taken money from the Israel lobby, have you? Taken money from the Israel AIPAC. So AIPAC raises a lot of money for me, but it's actually a misnomer because the people who raise money are individuals. So it's not the PAC itself, but their individual members. What is Bollywood in the American-Israeli French is the literature foreign lobby. Now it's American lobbyists that AIPAC stands for the America-Israeli Political Action. What does it lobby for? So, to be honest, not a whole lot effectively. Listen, I came into Congress 13 years ago, yes, with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate, right? And I've worked every day to do that. AIPAC, a lot of times, AIPAC, I wish, were much more effective. Like, they're on what do they do? They were swamp and are terrified of AIPAC. And AIPAC, I'm not terrified of AIPAC at all. You're the one who seems uncomfortable. I'm asking. That was not uncomfortable at all. I'm just asking what AIPAC does. My understanding, having known what I would tell you, that Israel lobbies on behalf of the Israeli government. Oh, okay. That's